Sea lice aren't the only problem. These fish farms are producing over a ton of waste a day. And all of our algae out there get limited by how much nitrogen and phosphorus they can get. And so this is a relatively harmless one called Noctiluca, but it makes this orange glow like that, and it robs the oxygen out of the water. We also get heterosigma, which kills things. The Ministry of Environment says there's no waste, but I've learned to find it. So you go around with your sounder in kind of a spiral pattern out from the farm, and as soon as you find a smooth thing like this, I've got this grabber that I drop down, and yeah. I'm actually going to start trying to test it, and I've bought a camera now and going to be doing some surveys of the bottom. These night lights absolutely horrify the commercial fishermen. You know, the night bright lights were banned on herring boats because they not only caught herring, they caught everything from salmon to octopus. And the fish farmers say what they're doing is they're manipulating the photo period. So they don't want their fish to grow eggs. They want them to just grow. They don't want them to mature early, and they say that this fools them into thinking it's summer all the time. But, oh, by the way, it's attracting everything into the pens, too. I've gone up to them at night, and if you shine a light into the water alongside these pens, just like glowing with eyes. And in that case, it was shrimp or prawns that were attracted to it. Occasionally, a fish farmer will come and just want to, get stuff off their chest to me, and they say those fish eat everything. They say you throw a cigarette butt in there, they eat it. They say they flush the toilet, they eat that. So they're definitely eating the herring and all of our fish. These are two plankton samples I took. The one on the left was taken near a farm that didn't have light, kind of a natural-looking sample. The other one looks like strawberry jam. There's so much plankton attracted to those lights. That's why there's lots of prawns and shrimp and fish.
Even Dwight's flies would work.
What's that?
Maybe even Dwight's flies would work.
This is a huge ball of feed, right beside a fish farm. Obviously, there's something there. And probably herring at the base of my pin like that. I've seen flocks of over 100 loons spend an entire winter beside a fish farm, so clearly there's a lot of fish outside the pens. This, of course, is a juvenile pink salmon, actually in the saltwater. They often have the yolk sac still extruding like that in the saltwater. They use poisonous paint on their nets, bright red, and then these little surf scoters go and eat the mussels off of it. It can't be good for them. I wish they could study it, but all of this is poison. This is basically the bottom paint. They're not allowing us to scrape our boats anymore. In the water, you have to have tarps and stuff under boats before you power wash them or get rid of the paint, but these nets, when they flow in the current, the paint all comes off. You can see, actually, this one must have been there for a while because here it's bright red, but down here where it's interfacing with the water, it's mostly gone. I don't really know how they can be selling a food product that is raised in those because, as they're gulping the pellets, they must be ingesting this stuff too. Those are the salmon farms. These are our major migration routes. This is insanity. One of the things that really concerns me is this infectious salmon anemia. So this is a virus that appeared, nobody had ever heard of it before. It appeared in the early 80s in Norway. They didn't know what it was. And it jumped to eastern Canada. They still didn't know what it was. And then I think in the early 90s they figured out it was a virus, and they named it infectious salmon anemia. And then it went to Scotland, Ireland, the Faroe Islands. All the time the fish farmers are saying, oh, it's the wild Atlantics that are spreading this to all these countries. Never been heard of before, but they were blaming the wild Atlantic, and then boom, it went to Chile. And just in June, the scientists have shown that it's not only infectious salmon anemia, but like all viruses, it's mutating all the time. That's how we tracked H1N1. Not only did Chile have it, they had the current Norwegian strain. So it definitely came in eggs. And what I heard about this before the study came out, and I've been talking to our Minister of Fisheries, and she says there's really no good evidence that it travels in the egg, and she's left the border open. But Don took me to meet a scientist in Bergen, Norway, whose whole life is tracking this virus. He said, you guys probably already have it, and if you don't, you're guaranteed to get it. That's what he said, guaranteed. This is scientists. You know, they don't really like to extrapolate too much, but he said if you're bringing eggs in from the North Atlantic, you're going to